Hey everybody, we got about 2 seconds of video here. So we're going to do something a little different tonight. Again, we are both going to do pours. I'm going to start out. I'm going to do a pour on a big board, and Cliff's going to work on something a little bit smaller. And we better get in here before we run out of battery. Let's go. Hi everybody, Beth Bennett, Cliff Bennett here. Nestled Feather Studio. It's Friday night and we are ready to pour. Thought I'd come in and do a little mixing. I had previously screened some Floetrol today, so I'm going to go ahead and start out with a little Floetrol in each of my cups. And I am working on an idea similar to, if you saw the eyeball, the abstract eye pour that we did, which was more of a swipe than a pour, a little bit of both. Kind of continuing with that theme, and thought maybe I would try to eke out a pair of lips. We'll see. We'll see how that works. So I'm working with some peach. Oh, coral, pardon me, coral. And some, okay, what are you, pretty color? A baby pink. Baby pink. These are all just old craft paints we've had kicking around for quite a while. This one is a little bit darker pink, called a bright pink. Up a little closer. And finally, I have an outdoor gloss here and purple velvet, and that's what I'm going to kind of be using to do my outlines with. Instead of a black, I'm going to go with the purple. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how we do our mix. We do about half to half Floetrol to paint, and then thin down with water to the consistency that you need for whatever technique you're working with. We do add dimethicone via coconut milk. There's a good start on the purple. And this is the bright pink. Like I said, we're just really trying to use these old colors up, set them aside as I mix. And mix that pink up. Again, half to half, Floetrol to paint. And then I will add distilled water, which I have here, and thin down to a consistency that's a little bit easier to work with for, again, the technique that you are doing. Which, if you're doing something where you're going to tip and pour, tip and tilt your board to move the paint around, you're going to want things to be quite thin. If you're going to do a swiping technique, which is probably mostly what I will be doing tonight, you're going to want it just a little bit on the thicker side. At least I do. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of water just to show you the consistency of one of these colors. And then we'll take a break while I get the other ones all ready and come back in when I'm ready to get things poured onto the board. But let's just see what that consistency looks like. Okay, that's pretty thick still, so I'm going to go a little bit thinner. We do got to cover a board here, and it is a good sized one. I think this one is a 14 by 20 maybe. So yeah, melted ice cream. Oh, I see I got some globbies in there. You want to be careful of the globbies. You can get them from your paint, you can get them from your Floetrol. You want to be aware of where they are, because you will be picking them out of something if you're not keeping an eye on them. So yeah, about the consistency of melted ice cream is what we're going for. And that one looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now, and we'll bring you right back as soon as we're ready to pour. Again, we have that nice purple, and that's going to be our outline. So I'm kind of going to set this aside for now, because we're going to totally start out with the other colors, and we'll be coming in last with that. I did end up using a whole full cup of distilled water to thin down all of these, including the white. One little sip of wine before we get started. How is everybody this week? It has been a very, very busy week around here. Typical of this time of year, getting everything tip-top shape for party season. Family's coming up soon from south, and pretty much that's what we do with the month of July. It's just one event after the other. So I'm also going to take the white off of here and give just a quick stir. So how am I going to do this? Well, my plan is to kind of get these going into a lip shape. I'm going to have a lot of negative white space around the edges, and I'm going to try to swipe in to the center from my outline, and hopefully I have an outline, a defined enough outline, because then I'm going to come back around with that purple and just do maybe a little drizzling or straight pouring out of the cup. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. If it ends up being a wash, you know, we'll just give it a good tilt and a twirl or something, and we'll make it work. But all right. Flush your lights. Yay. Okay. All right. Sorry for the interruption. We had a little technical issue. Card got full. Had to go back and take last week's off. So now we're ready to roll again, hopefully, for both of us. So, as you can see, well, or maybe you can't, but I am trying to now attempt at a pair of lips here. And I was just going to come in with some white. And like I was saying before, it is so very thick. I'm sure I'm going to have some lumps in here somewhere. But for now, I just want to go a little bit right in the center of this. Just for a little swiping material, you know, something to swipe into. And I'm going to do the same thing along the outside. And go around the outside of this with some white. Okay, so now how am I going to swipe it? Well, I could use a palette knife, which would probably be the best way to go, and I'm thinking something along these lines looks pretty good to me, because it's going to be wide enough, and hopefully it's going to be wide enough. And I'm just going to swipe into the middle, but first I just kind of want to get a little smooth, kind of even it out along my path, and look around and do the same thing over here. And also trying to be mindful of the fact that you know how much card we have to work with here, so I don't want to eat up too much close time. And my pours usually go pretty quick once I get going. Alright, so now I'm just going to swipe, kind of swipe into the middle. Maybe bring a little back out. And it's good to, at least I prefer to give my blade or utensil, whatever I'm using, a little bit of a wipe, but it doesn't hurt to try to get some of it back off onto the board. You try to not waste as much paint as possible. So as you notice, I'm only kind of going halfway in. It's because, and I'm starting with the lower lip because it's the least. So I'm swiping up from the bottom, from the lower lip. Back over here, just gonna and trying to anticipate any place where there might be a void, and getting enough paint there to avoid the voids, and avoid the voids like we avoided the Noid back at, what pizza place was that, Cliff? Did that commercial. Avoid the Noid. I have no idea what they were talking about. to this day. What's annoyed? Does anybody know? Put it in the comments if you remember. You're old school like us. Alright, so yeah, that part was easy. That was easy, and I'm kind of liking the way it's a little uneven, a little more white down here. I'm probably going to come back in with some more pink, but for this top part I want to be a little more, because we want to keep the shape of those lips. That paper towel's done already. And I think before we were rudely interrupted by technical issues again, avoid the noise, avoid the gremlins while you're shooting. I think I was asking everybody how they were doing. Hopefully, if you're watching, you'll leave us a comment and let us know. Alright, that was probably not very well executed. And a big, huge blank area in here. I'm going to have to swipe away. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm not throwing in the towel yet. Trying to keep a little definition in some spots. Maybe bring a little more color back into some other spots. Right where it is. Okay, I'm supposed to be swiping in towards the middle, but and I know I'm kind of doing this like in a snake-like fashion because I don't want to lose that shape. And that white, as you can see, is still acting pretty much as a resist. It's kind of, at least in some spots, keeping my shape. Okay, so that doesn't look too half awful bad. I'm kind of liking it. So now what I'm going to do is probably ruin it. Now I'm going to add the purple. Just because we need something. It's getting a little light, a little on the light side. I need something a little darker here. And what I will do with the purple probably is I'm going to come in and go around the edge, kind of like, you know, like ladies do when they're putting on lipstick. They use that dark outline. And I think I'm going to stay close to the pink. I'm not going to like go way out because I want to keep the shape that I already have. So it's going to kind of be in between. We may end up looking like we have a mustache on a lip. Decisive moments. That's why they call them decisive moments. And move. Don't think twice. Just do it. And I'm going to go just a little bit right in the center here. That little pouty part you get. Alright, now a whole lot more white because we got to fill this board up. So as I was starting to say, what I think I will do with the purple is I'm going to swipe out, if anything, if at all. I may just leave it like it is and maybe do a little dragging through it in order to just let that offload onto the board. What do you think there, dear? It's already getting sucked up by the pink over here. It must be heavy. It's sinking.
Purple's one of those colors.
I'm just looking for a dark alternative to get the job done with maybe just a little bit more color, you know. Especially if you're going for something really girly like lips. I'm a girl. That's kind of cool. I hate to go through it, but I'm going in anyway. I'm doing it anyway. Again, yeah, maybe we'll pull. So here's another topic we can talk about while we're putzing around with distributing paint. I probably should apologize to all of you if you've been with us from the beginning and watching our videos from the beginning. I know some of our early videos, there were some pretty grand promises of links being provided to Amazon products that we knew and loved, and we were happy to have been involved in the affiliate program with Amazon, and hope to be again someday. But just about the time, we met our goal of having our first 3 sales, and I don't know, I think I made like $10 or something, but they say they shut us down. They shut our account down. I guess we're not big enough yet, so just totally understandable. I mean, that's a big company. They're looking for channels with probably a few more subscribers than what we have and things like that, but I can't remember. I think what their wording was, not enough or not original enough content. I'm not sure exactly what that meant, but I'm sure y'all have been there. If you're a budding YouTuber like we are, just getting started, you might have jumped that gun a little too soon too, trying to get into the affiliate marketing. And the odd thing is that I signed up with a bunch of other affiliates as well, and I have not made one dime for any of them, and none of them are kicking me to the curb like Amazon did. So I love them. I love their products. I love buying from them. But I'll tell you what, when they kicked me to the curb like that, I went and canceled. A few wish lists. Let's put it that way. Because I might be spending those donuts someplace else. And that's my right as a consumer. So treat me well or say bye-bye. Because I don't mess around. If I like you, I'll be loyal and wave your flag till the cows come home. But if you treat me bad, then I'll just move right on along and forget all about you. So, Amazon who? No offense, I mean, I don't want to diss on anybody, but I'm just saying, if you burn my biscuits, I get a little pouty. Where do I need to add some color? Or do I? Should I just like blow it all out with a blow dryer and see what happens? That would be kind of cool.
That, or I would suggest just put some smaller lips on.
Well, 2 lips? Or maybe another part of the anatomy. Speaking of Amazon, no, I'm just joking. Cheers, it's all good. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just really not feeling it. I still gotta mess with that inside a little bit. It needs to smell like on my nose, or I don't know. I don't have the salt action I was really hoping for either. I could probably cure that with some torching, but I'm just making bare spots. Well, I wish I knew what to do. I wish you guys could talk to me. I wish we were live so I could like be looking at my computer and say, oh yeah, okay, I'll try that. I'm stuck. Seriously, I don't know what to do. Well, we are boring the people and probably running out of card space, so what's it gonna be? It sure don't, it's just not, with all this bleeding. I'm getting the dimethicone and all the places where I didn't think I would. I honestly didn't put any in the white or the purple, folks. But, that's where I'm getting all the... Okay, get the hairdryer out. Alright, so... Enjoyed the lips? Good, because they're about ready to go bye-bye. This doesn't happen often, folks, and if you liked it, I'm sorry. If you liked it, comment. Darn it, tell me, do that again, and I'll do one just for you. But I ain't liking none of this, so we are gonna go with something totally different. Alright, let's see if we can do this without making a total mess of Cliff's future workspace here. I don't know what you're seeing. Let me try to reorient here so you at least see some of this. You see it's already starting to run. Okay, grabbing the wrong cup. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. Goodbye, lips. I didn't like you. I didn't like you one bit. This is probably the messiest pour I've ever done. I have no idea. I wish we could zoom back just a little bit. I'm afraid I'm probably so close with this big old board that you're not seeing much, but... Did I use all that? Really? Let's go a little more. Yeah, use it. Getting very Jackson Pollocky here. Okay, that'll be fun to blow around a little bit. Thank you. Totally. Yeah. What do you think of that? I like it better than the lips. Already. Alrighty, I like it better than the lips. Okay, so I need to like ditch the gloves. And a whole iron right on the hood. I'm just gonna come back in with a little bit. I got just a titch more pink in here. And a couple of swipes. It's not evening out very well over here. That's a big goober that needs to come off. Out of there, you goober. Any paint left? All of a sudden now I have not enough paint. Amazing how quickly we go from too much to not enough. That ought to cover that little bare corner. Let's get a little bear over here. Speaking of bear, so quiet tonight, buddy. He's here. He's just sleeping on the bed. Okay, well there you go. It's a Pink Princess Dream. The lips was a total fail. You know, it's just a thought. Oh, it needs to probably gel a little bit more. I'm going to just get a few more table scraping here and get my edges filled in while Cliff gets his colors mixed up. And we'll be back with you with Cliff's pour in just a minute, so stick around. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Hi everybody. We are back and it is Cliff's turn. And he has again picked out some really funky color combinations. I'll let him go ahead and tell you about that. But just want to thank you again for watching, and my turn is over, so take it over, Cliff.
I have some white. It's like a metallic blue. You gotta tell me if I'm in the frame here. Some purple that Beth had left over.
There, now you can see if you're in the frame. There you go.
Yellow. Kind of this bubblegum pink. This copper color I really like. And I got a khaki green. we're gonna mix them all together and pour them on.
That's like a pea green.
Semen, or yeah, so
What does it say on the bottle? Or didn't you even leave the bottle
I
out?
didn't leave it out.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Pea green.
It's what you would call it. I can't even think of it now.
Celery, pea, sage? Sage.
Sage.
That's what you're looking for. Not because
Sage.
khaki is not like a green. I mean, there is a khaki green, but typically
No,
when you say
khaki's a-
khaki, it's people think of tan, beige, ecru. So, what's your plan of action?
Just gonna pour them in there and just squiggle, pour it out. Let it
Right.
run.
Easy breezy tonight.
Easy breezy.
Well, you saw what happened when you make when you make plans. They don't always work out. I should have stuck with easy breezy myself. Not that I don't like it. It's just very. Some little girl will love it. One of my granddaughters will probably snatch that one right up. I'll take that one, Grandma. Oh, that is just so interesting watching you pour that in there.
Wait till I pour it out.
Now they've got to invent a screen that is a screen on both sides, okay? You hear me, Canon? Whoever's going to be the next innovator in the swivel screen department, make that baby a screen on both sides so that both sides of the camera can see what's going on. Just a little suggestion from the peanut gallery. But this is no, this is a fun time. This is Friday night. Have a glass of wine, get your paint pour on type of vibe going on here. I'm sure if you watch any of our other content, that will be coming soon. We're having so much fun with this, but there is a lot more to come. A lot of how-tos and product reviews headed your way, and they won't be so lighthearted, I can guarantee. You've already heard my little bit of a rant about Amazon tonight. There's more where that came from. Ask Cliff, he'll tell you. Okay, that's one full cup there, Mr. Bennett.
We could all rant about stuff.
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's one full cup and I'm not done all that yet.
Oh, goodness.
I'll get it all in.
Are you, switch it on to the board. Looks like an aerial view of an island or something. I don't know, I have a weird imagination, folks. Okay, here goes.
I got a lot of paint.
Yeah, you've probably got enough paint on there for about 5 boards. Look at the cell. Look at the mad cells. Maybe I should use more dimethicone. Well, you just got like cells just from pouring it.
The blue's coming out again. Now the blue's coming out. I wanted the blues there too.
Now you'll get some red. And the next color, and the next color. Oh, I love that area right there that just poured out. That's so pretty.
So nothing fancy.
I'm still always amazed. Like I said, I roll my eyes every time I look at your paint selection. It gets on the board and it's like, that's kind of cool. I like it.
I have a different train of thought.
Well, you definitely have a different palette that you work with in your brain.
Let's get rid of
I was using the hairdryer, I had that on heat, and I guess I probably shouldn't have. And say goodnight, Irene. Okay, folks, so that card is at its limit again. Sorry for the little cutout. But we're about at the end of this pour evening, and very glad if you stuck with us this far, and if you stick with us just a little bit longer. I always come over in the morning and take some beautiful close-up shots and put them at the end of all of our videos, so you can get a nice clean look at what happened and how it turned out. And anything to add, honey?
Nope, gonna torch it, see if we get any more cell action and bubbles off, and that's it.